Hello fishies, Mermaid Calissa here. I'm here to answer a couple questions that I get asked quite often about when should you upgrade from a small beginner tail to a more professional quality tail. First and foremost, when you begin mermaiding, there's several different things to consider. How often do you swim? How often have you swam before starting your mermaid journey? Are you comfortable swimming? Are you comfortable in the water? Do you need something that is easy to get out of? Or are you more comfortable being a little more committed? As a beginner mermaid in the swimming world, I started off with fin fun tails. I also made my own that I put over Mahina monofins. However, those are a little bit larger. I would recommend starting off with smaller monofins that you are comfortable in, that you're comfortable adjusting, that fit your feet well, but you also know that you can get out of. As you may be familiar with the mermaid journey online, you've probably seen several people doing tail drops or safety exits from their tails. Many tails offer safety features to quickly remove and get out of. It's a little bit more difficult to get out of a silicone tail. Today we're looking at fabric tails. Starting off with smaller tails with less complicated monofins is really great because they're easy to peel off, you can get out of them and swim to safety. However, when you've been mermaiding for a while and you're pretty confident in your swim skills, you have some buddies that you like to go with, you might be feeling ready to upgrade to a larger tail. Some things that I consider when upgrading to a larger tail is how comfortable am I? What safety mechanisms do I have in place? What is the monofin like? And can I get it on and off with my eyes closed while holding my breath underwater? If you're a pretty confident swimmer, you've got a pretty great breath hold, you are feeling fine and you've got some friends in a pod to go with you, I would recommend upgrading to a larger tail. There's many different tails on the market. My personal favorite is the Fin Fun Elite, so that's what I swim in. There's a lot of different monofins. Knowing your monofin is really helpful. That way you know where to release, how to get out, and how to detach yourself from that tail if you need to. The larger your tail gets, the more pieces are involved and the more difficult it is to get in and out of that tail. As far as upgrading from a small tail to a larger tail, I would recommend making a stop with a fabric tail. Larger fabric tails are great ways to get into that bigger game, but not to endanger yourself quite yet with a silicone tail. Silicone tails are really difficult to get in and out of. They take a lot of work and help sometimes. So when you're swimming in a silicone tail, please make sure that you have done your research, you know your limits, and you swim with a buddy. Tails like the Fin Fun Elite are fantastic midways between that smaller tail and that silicone. They're big, they're large, they photograph really well, and they give you a more balanced look from top to bottom. Personally, I love the larger fluke because it makes me look like a more balanced mermaid. Having that bigger fluke is really great for photography opportunities, for swimming really beautifully through the water and making great videos and big waves. Even if you're not completely confident with your swim skills, if you are somebody who does a lot of events for children, or you work on land, or you like to do photo shoots with friends, these look beautiful. So they're great for photography, they're great for meet and greets, they're great for land events. So even if you're not yet quite comfortable swimming with them, if you keep them on land, you might be ready to upgrade. I would recommend always starting off with whatever monofin you choose to use. Swim with the monofin by itself before you put the tail skin on. Once you are comfortable with whichever monofin you have chosen to swim with, you can then add your tail skin and give that a try. So when considering an upgrade from your small tail or your guppy fins to a larger mermaid tail and a more professional look, consider what kind of mermaid you are, where you are comfortable, the equipment you're using, and how you are using it. Personally, these are a great place to start if you've never gotten your fins wet, but once you're ready to upgrade, photo shoot opportunities, bigger waves when swimming, and all sorts of fun adventures begin.